Hey everyone, welcome back to Wild Sunny Farms. I'm Grayson, and today I want to share with you how to evaluate your hive and most importantly your queen. Since it is fall and we've already treated mites, at least I have. I've been treating mites with Apivar. I have a video that would be pretty good for you guys to go check out. But now it is time for us to go out to our hives and evaluate our queen to see how our queen is doing, to see how our hive is doing, see if we have nectar, maybe a little bit pollen coming in because we have goldenrod blooming. Goldenrod is really good for bees. And we also got to see if our queen is a good queen. Make sure she doesn't have any laying problems. And make sure that her brood pattern is good. And I'll be teaching you some very important things about, looking and evaluating your queens. Some very good tips, so stay tuned. So this is the hive that I want to get into today to show you how to evaluate your hive. And evaluating your hive isn't the hardest task. So basically what I mean by evaluating is to make a fall hive inspection. You have to go out to your bee yard, go out to every single hive, and check everything that you have. See if you have a bad beetle problem. Of course, beetles can be an issue. They will overwinter with bees. Treat your bees, test your bees. This hive already has Apivar on there, so we got that check marked. So today I want to show you how to evaluate your hive, but mainly your queen. Evaluating your queen is a very important task in the fall, so that's what I'm gonna try to show you guys today. And while we're here, we see that we have some good nectar. We got some beetles. Of course, we don't have a whole bunch of beetles, but we do have some beetles. So what I'll do is I'm gonna come over here with my hive tool. And the best way to make sure to get rid of them is to just go ahead and smash a lot of these beetles. That's what I do. Sometimes you may destroy their comb, but sometimes, they'll fix it. You see right here, it was kind of broken. Hope you guys can see that right there in the middle. There's a bee of pollen right here. You see that pollen in the back legs? Pollen. We got pollen in here as well. Pollen and nectar. This nectar is not capped, as you can see. I'm sure it will start getting ready to cap. We actually got goldenrod blooming, so a lot of this nectar could be potentially goldenrod in it. Look at there. Look at all those young bees. They're walking around eating the nectar as well. We got a little bit of brood right here, so that's a good sign. Let's put this on the side. And we got 2 frames of brood in here. This is a smaller nuke. We want to find our queen. See pollen. So far I see nectar and I see pollen, so I'm pretty happy right now. What I want to see is a good brood pattern. Alright, look there. That's a pretty good brood pattern. Some of this is not capped. A lot of it's just larva. But some of it, they just capped off. And a lot of it, it's hatching right now. Some of it. Same on this side. There's actually 1 bee hatching. Look at that beautiful frame. Beautiful, beautiful. And these cells that you see that are, I want to give you guys a little lesson and try to explain it, alright? Hope you guys can see. As you can see, my hive tool, you see these cells that are open? They have larvae in it, or eggs. So those cells are bees that are already hatching. Look right here. I don't know, what are they doing right here? Maybe this is a dead larva. They're opening the cap. This cap's open. Pollen right here with that one. Nectar on top. And then we got a lot of older larvae, like this larva right here. Larva, not pupa, that's larva, older larva. That's larva that's about to be capped. And once it's capped, then they'll start to pupate. And you see right here, this right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but that's the pupa. We also got a hive beetle. But that's a quick little lesson for y'all. Let's see, do we see our queen? Here's our queen as well. She's right here. On the frame, she's a beautiful queen, right in the middle. See, she kind of has she used to have a white dot on her. But I got to get some red markers because, well, as you can see, it's kind of faded away. And plus, white isn't the correct color. But while I'm teaching you guys that, you're probably there wondering why are you teaching us that, is because a lot of times newer beginners, because I know I have a couple beginners, at least, watching and think that is a bad brood pattern. And that's actually not. It's just bees that the queen laid earlier and, you know, that already hatched. Sometimes she lays that frame. So if you're trying to determine if your queen's a bad or good queen, base it on all the frames in your hive. So that frame you thought it was spotty, well, look at this frame. That is a good brood pattern. Beautiful. Beautiful. The only reason why you see that is because bees already hatch and they're back filling it with nectar. So that's why the queen didn't have as much room to lay, so she had to lay all around that nectar. Alright, so we evaluated this queen. You guys helped me. I'm sure you guys were watching. So what would I say? For me, I'm happy with this queen. This is actually a queen that this year queen, so it's a 2023 queen, so I have good confidence about this going into winter. So I don't have anything that goes against me that says that this hive is good. So one thing I am going to do is I'm going to start feeding this hive here pretty soon. A little bit later on September is when I'm going to start feeding this hive. I've started feeding some of the other hives, but I'm still getting a lot of that stuff ready. And I'm also letting them collect the nectar, this goldenrod nectar. Give them something natural to go on, as you guys know. Try to, you know, let him do a couple things by himself. Now what we'll do is we'll put these alvar strips back up. Try not to smash a queen while we're doing that. Right here. This apivar right here is going to help these bees out a lot. Alright, that's it. That's how you evaluate your hive. So, like I said, evaluate your hive is just going into your hive in the fall, checking your queen, see if your queen is good, evaluate her. If she looks good, then that's probably about it. Check your hive. We got nectar on this frame, as I saw. Honey on this frame, or at least nectar. A little bit of cap, maybe a little cap, but not much capped nectar. Pollen, baby bees, brood, good queen. Apivar strips are in here, so we're treating mites. So we are looking good so far. So last thing we need to do later on is start feeding them. And other than that, they should be, you know, I'm going to overwinter these girls in a nuke, I think. They're not going to be big enough to go into a 10-frame box. And before winter hits, I'm going to go to all my hives to make sure that they can overwinter in a nuke or a 10-frame box. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was very fun to get out to the bee yard and show you how to evaluate your queen. It's very important for this time of the year. It's definitely very important for us to take the time and go out to our hives and start evaluating our queens and evaluating our hives. So go ahead and click the thumbs up button. We'll catch you guys on the next beekeeping video.